Hi, everyone. I'm Kelly Jean Daymeyer, and I'm the founder of Kelly Jean Wellness. And I work with men and women of all ages, helping people to turn around or reverse chronic health conditions, lose weight, and truly thrive in their life, really live their best health. And so, what we're going to talk about today are hormone imbalances and really perimenopause, menopause, and how do you get to that point of feeling like, wow, you're really filled with vitality and radiance in these years, 40 and up, 50s, 60s. It is so possible. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm super excited to introduce you to Brigitte, who I've been working with. And what's really cool is that Brigitte lives in San Francisco, and a lot of my clients are, around the country. So it's really fun to be able to work online with people like this. So I can see her, she can see me, and we are able to really do a lot of great work together. And so I want to inspire all of you in knowing that, and I'm 55 and I'm thriving in these years. I feel probably better than I did in my 20s, to be honest with you. And, when you do the work, you really will reap the rewards in these years, in these later years. And if you don't do the work, right, and we still stay stuck in, or let's say in some of the same habits and lifestyle choices, then you can see that it really kicks you in the butt, right, as you get older. And the body just doesn't have the tolerance anymore for substances that create inflammation, foods that create inflammation, stress. It won't put up with it, or even approaching your fitness in the wrong ways. So today we're going to really address this topic. And Brigitte has experienced an incredible amount of transformation in just 9 weeks' time. It's incredible what the body is ready for. If you take away what it doesn't want, you give the body what it needs, it really will heal itself. It really will, begin to thrive very quickly. So Brigitte, thank you for being willing to put your story out there and just kind of your experience. Really appreciate it. And hopefully people are going to feel inspired by what you've been going through here in just 9 weeks' time. And Brigitte's only done the food so far. So we've just been doing food just based on her schedule. She's just been able to do that for now. And so we're now ready to move into the next level, which is functional blood analysis. We're going to look at her adrenals. We're going to look at her total proteins. We're going to look at B12 levels, D3 levels, lots of different things I'm going to be able to see in her blood. That's going to be the next level of work that we do. So she still has yet a whole nother experience that she's going to be able to feel and actually embrace. And I'm so excited for her. So right now, already she's feeling great just by doing the food alone. Wait till we get to that next piece, right? So Brigitte, welcome. Hi.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you. So do you want to just share a little bit about, why you came to me, and some of what was going on with you and some of your experience since you've been applying the food program now for about 9 weeks?
Sure. Let's see. So, I came to you because I know that you have such a pristine, and there's a precision about your knowledge around nutrition, health, and wellness. And I've been experiencing, I know I'm going through a shift, and I'm perimenopausal, and I feel like my body's starting to shift, and I want to align myself. And I can feel that I just wasn't feeling my best. I know what my best feels like. And this was I was feeling way off. And I was very tired. And I wasn't eating well, and I wasn't eating to stabilize my blood sugar or do anything, things that were just more, I just was kind of,
a leaf blowing in the wind, kind of.
Yeah. So, and I know better. It's just, I really needed some new tools to realign me.
And so, by everyone, Brigitte is a Pilates guru expert. She's been doing it for many, many years, has had multiple studios. She is a business owner, and she's extremely, incredibly knowledgeable in the area of fitness and wellness as well. And so it's pretty awesome working with you, Brigitte, and that you came to me, and that you're just realigning, just like you said. And
Yes,
it
yes,
can happen to
yes.
anybody, in other words, to get off track.
Yes, absolutely. And so, I really trust you, and I really have seen your shift in how how you just really kept yourself together, and just your knowledge and your whole expertise. I knew that you were the one that I wanted to lean into around this.
Thank you.
And so for me, yes, just taking the simple step forward of starting to lean into your knowledge and starting to eat more to stabilize my blood sugar has really helped me tremendously. It's like I feel like myself again, so eating those 3 to 4 hours, being consistent, following your protocol, I really felt just like myself again,
Yeah.
so, and I just feel grounded.
Exactly.
I feel clarity. I feel I feel so much better. So, and I can most importantly for me, it's that I was feeling it on the inside, and then I know it all, sort of translate on the outside. So just feeling like I've got clarity, and I'm not stressed. And that's another thing. Living in San Francisco, it's very stressful. We're on the go constantly. So for me, now that I'm following the protocol, I don't feel as anxious anymore. I don't feel as stressed anymore. There's always stressors, but I feel like I'm, managing them better, and managing just my life, a lot more, just from a more of a grounded place.
Well, it's like, and thank you for that. And it's so true. It's so, you can feel the inflammatory, like the inflammation in the body literally affects the brain. And it makes you feel crazy. Like it can make you feel crazy. Like if, you're not eating long, you're skipping meals, and or you're going in between long hours, you're spiking blood sugar, eating things or drinking things that create inflammation, that will literally manifest in so many ways in the body, very chaotic. And you actually can feel the chaos, right? So it's become chaotic.
Yes. In fact, I just told one of my clients the other day, I said, it feels like I'm working with myself now, and not working against myself.
That's a beautiful way. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful how you put that. The other thing you said before we started was that you really wanted to get in front of it, the menopause. So that's very smart. She's she's in perimenopause, so she hasn't, fully entered menopause yet. So she knows well enough that this is the time to start addressing it, because if you don't, by the time you get to menopause, it can be pretty harsh. And that's what happened to me 5 years ago. And that was in my last newsletter. I talked a little bit about my story. I had gotten out of alignment. I'd been in an unhealthy relationship for 1 year and 3 months prior to my turning 50. And the course of that entire relationship, I lost sleep. I stopped sleeping. I mean, I went off rail, okay? Just in reaction to, right? Not living out my higher truth, and not being honoring of my higher self, and being in something that was, an old pattern that needed to be repeated, obviously, because there was obviously lessons that needed to be learned. However, I hit abrupt menopause. By the time I ended that relationship, I went into abrupt menopause, and I had to literally just put my nose to the grindstone and absolutely dig in to my health. And boy, I was able to really restore myself, and it happened pretty quickly. So I love it when, people are ready to get ahead of it and not go into all of a sudden it becomes like really intense, where you can get into hypothyroidism, just big hot flashes, night sweats, pains throughout the body, beginning osteoporosis, things like that. So blood sugar stabilization, Brigitte, is like super great that we've started there. I always start there because that's what's going to nurture the thyroid. That's what's going to nurture the adrenals. That's what's going to balance brain chemicals. It's going to get the body into homeostasis. And that's what we really have to do right up front, right?
Yes. Yes.
So this is
I'm back to, I'm getting so many more things done now. And I'm just, feeling like, I feel like I'm just 3 steps ahead of myself now, where I would felt like I was 3 steps backwards, I was just trying to catch up constantly. And now I feel like I'm really in control of my sense, myself, so.
And there's still more to come.
Yes.
So when we go into that next piece, there's still a level of radiance and vitality that you're yet to experience, which I'm super excited.
Me
So
too.
I can tell you right now, I'm sure that, we're probably going to see some D3 deficiency. We're probably going to see some B12s. They're a little bit low. Those are game changers when we get those in order. And, and then really get your adrenals supported in the right ways based on what condition they're in, which that comes in the testing as well. And looking at your total proteins. Everything in our body is made from protein. So if those proteins are low, right, then your body's not able to make immune system or brain chemicals. We want to get the serotonin levels, definitely thriving, right? And that's what's going to be also the key to sleep. Get cortisol levels down, get serotonin levels up, because the serotonin, remember, it converts to melatonin, and melatonin is what helps us sleep at night. The blood sugar stabilization piece is already in place. That should help already the sleep to some degree. Has your sleep changed just from doing that?
Yeah, I feel like I'm sleeping much sounder now, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, and not waking up as much,
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's still not 100%, right? And we're still going to work on that when we get into this next piece, which is going to be great.
Yes.
So normally I like to do the full 8 weeks right up front. We move into these phases a little bit sooner, but based on Brigitte's schedule and what's been going on, she wanted to do it just the nutrition first and then wait a while and then start to do the next phases, which is fine. But, obviously there's the sooner the better with all of this, right? So
yes,
great.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that next.
I'm excited.
Now, as far as the exercise goes, that's another very, very important piece that I love to work with people on. However, that's a piece that you've got down because we know that Pilates is one of the best forms of exercise that anybody can do, 40 and up. I mean, let's face it, every age, really, quite frankly. However, especially, in these years. So, again, people are approaching their exercise in ways that is breaking the body down, putting a major load on the endocrine system, kicking the thyroid, kicking the adrenals when they're already down, and then they don't understand why the body just stays in fight or flight and they can't get that weight off. So that's another piece that, I love to work with people on, but you already have that piece down. And so you don't over-exercise, you're approaching it in a way that's building up foundational strength in the body, right?
Yes. And I do a lot of walking. I mean, I do a lot of walking. I mean, and I do,
and there's a lot of hills in San Francisco.
There are a lot of hills in San Francisco, and I do. I mean, I'm getting in now, I'm walking like anywhere from like at least 4 to 6 miles a day. So just from walking and just, yes. But it's not a struggle. It was a struggle before. I was exhausted, and now I'm so much better. So
beautiful.
Yeah. Yes, it's good. Really good.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And, I will say about the sleep is that I am sleeping probably longer. I mean, I feel like I'm getting in about 7 hours now before. And I think it was a lot less. It was like maybe 5.5. I do think I'm sleeping better.
Yeah, which is such sleep deprivation that you were, in a place of just major sleep deprivation, which just drives the body down, over time. It just like, so even 7, we're going to take it up more than even 7 hours, which will
wow. Well, that's exciting. Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Ideally, we want 8 to 9 hours sleep a night, believe it or not, if you want real optimal, levels of regenerative time. That would be optimal, right? So,
wow. Amazing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So in other words, everybody give yourself permission to sleep, it's so good. But, I guess it's, again, I also want to talk about libido because that's a big topic when it comes to, this whole thing here with menopause. And I know a lot of women feel like that they don't, have much of a sex drive anymore, or, there's issues vaginally and this and that. Well, that changes too. That, we should be thriving. This is our prime time, right? And I can tell you from personal experience, I'm in a wonderful relationship and it is absolutely thriving in that area too. And again, it's because of doing this work that there are no issues there. Again, feeling like I'm in my 20s. So, very active, everything is working like it should, and then some. So that's a real inspiration too, that I want to really drive home to women that, and I know it's a very personal topic, but hey, I want to put that out there because it's a real topic, and it's, you know, a lot of women are, you know, very much feeling like they've lost their libido, and maybe they feel ashamed, maybe they feel, you know, like they've just resigned to the fact that it's due to menopause and that's it, it's over, or whatever they're feeling about that, and it doesn't need to be at all. So I love to bring that topic out as well. And I won't have you talk about that personal piece if you don't want to, but let's just say that, you know, it is.
Yeah, go ahead.
That it's just that everyone can be thriving, you know, when you get all the pieces together. Yeah.
I feel like, you know, when there's this sense of like, if you don't mind me chiming in,
Yeah.
I don't feel like, for me personally, like that's changed, but I will say that because I feel better inside, you know, like I feel better, I feel more in control of my health.
Yeah.
I feel like, and it's sort of resonating, you know, on the outside. I feel more empowered, and I feel like I want to invite that even more into my life now, you know?
Beautiful. Yes.
So I think that is, and I don't feel like, I'm hoping, you know, I don't, if anyone, you know, I wouldn't want any women to get, you know, to give up or to, because even before I actually made the shift, you know, I was feeling a sense of like, you know, you're changing, life is shifting, you know, I'm going into a new chapter of my life, and so there's those feelings already that you're dealing with. But I think that when you take control of your own health, you know, just even here I am, just, you know, here I am only 8 weeks in, and I already feel more empowered, you know, and I'm inspired to bring that even more into my life, you know.
Love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you feel sexy, you got your mojo on. It's like it's all happening. And it's a spiritual too. It's just a spiritual, physical, you know, all of it. It just comes together. You feel so integrated, you know, with this you know, stepping into our health at this level. And yeah, it's beautiful. And of course we know that there's other pieces of our lives that we want to make sure that are, you know, you don't want to, you know, if you're in a job that you don't like, or in a relationship that's not, you know, that's tumultuous, that's different, right? Those are parts that need to get looked at too, right? Because they have a big effect on our health. So granted, right, those would be things to address as well. You know, take out the stressors, or at least reevaluate them, renegotiate them for sure. But other than that, yeah, the body's right here waiting for us, and to give it what it wants, take away what it doesn't want. And that's the inspiration. Those of you that are out there and you're, you know, entering your prime time, I love calling it prime time. It is
Prime time, that's cute.
Absolutely prime time. The best time ever. Yeah. So anyway, with that, Brigitte, is there anything you want to share? One, you know, anything else with anybody? Just some words of inspiration, or?
Well, I always lean into what my beautiful Greek grandmother would say, and she'd say, "A preventative is always better than a cure."
Ooh.
And you know, I've always kind of followed that mantra. Not always, because you know we have our peaks and valleys in life, but I'm so grateful, and thank you for helping me get back on track. And I'm really looking forward to the next steps, this is the next level with you. So thank you.
Me too. Love it, Brigitte. Thank you so much. And those of you that are watching this interview, feel free to reach out to me. You can have a conversation with me. I'm happy to get on the phone and talk with you. Again, I work with people all over the country. And kellyjeanwellness.com. That's my website. Feel free to go there, reach out to me, and we'd love to chat with you. And anyway, Brigitte, again, thank you so much.
Thank you
for listening, and have a wonderful, wonderful night. All right. Bye.